so for today's video, I decided to do a Kim Kardashian inspired makeup look. So when I started making this video, I thought I was just gonna do like a Kardashian and Jenner inspired look. I wanted to just take inspiration from every single one of them and just create a look. But with the way I was dressed and just the way this makeup turned out, I think it's quite similar to Kim Kardashian's look. So I decided to title this video Kim Kardashian inspired makeup. So I decided to turn this into a mini series and do an inspired look on each of the Kardashian and Jenner. So the next one will definitely be Khloe because I really love her makeup. Also, she's coming out with her Coco collection from Kylie Cosmetics. Really hoping I'm going to be able to order one kit because it's limited edition. So anyways, next one will definitely be Khloe. I'm really excited. So anyways, I really like the way this look turned out. I hope you do too. If you're new to my channel, don't forget to subscribe. I would love to have you. Also at the end, I will describe a little bit what I'm wearing and where everything is from. So if you want to know how I created this Kim Kardashian inspired makeup look, then keep watching. Okay, so I will start off with foundation, and for this look I wanted to have more of a full coverage, but I still wanted my foundation to look very glowy. So what I'm going to do is mix these two right here. I've been really liking this combo recently. So it's the Ysl Touche Éclat foundation in the shade BD50. Now this shade is not like a perfect match for me. So what I like to do is mix it in with the MAC Prolong Wear Nourishing Waterproof Foundation in NC42. So this is quite warm, so it just blends in really well with this shade, and this is very glowy and youthful looking on the skin, and then the MAC one has a bit more of a full coverage. So mixing these two makes a really great combo. And as you will probably notice, my hands are definitely not the same color as my arms. It's because the fake tan on my hand has completely rubbed off because I wash my hands often, so it just all rubbed off. And then I wasn't planning on filming today, but I was really inspired to film, so I decided to film anyways. So what I did to sort of fix that, since my hands were so white, I just used the Loving Tan, I think it's just called like the Body Shimmer and Ultra Dark. So definitely not the same color, but at least my hands are not super white. Okay, now for the under eye area. I feel like the Kardashians and the Jenners always have this really bright under eye area, and it's something that I don't do often, but I think I'm really gonna start doing it because I think it looks really nice. So I'm first gonna use the Naked Skin color correcting fluid from Urban Decay in the shade pink. If you have darker skin, you can also use the peach one. So I'm just applying this underneath my eyes. I'm not gonna use that in the center of my face because my foundation has more a yellow tone. My foundation is more yellow tone, so I don't want to use this like in my T-zone. I'm gonna use something else. So I'm just gonna let that sit for a little bit, and then I'm gonna take my Maybelline Fit Me concealer. This has been my favorite concealer of the moment, and I have it in the shade 20. So this has a nice neutral warm undertone, and I'll use that in my T-zone. So around my mouth, on my nose, Cupid's bow, and also on my forehead. So first I'm gonna blend the concealer on my T-zone. And then I will blend my under eye lastly. As you can see, it creates a really bright effect, which I really like. And then since I don't really want my under eyes to look pink, I will go over with the Fit Me concealer just a little bit. It's still lighter than my foundation. And then I'm gonna do a little bit of cream contour. So I'm gonna use the Maybelline, this is the Master Contour little stick. It also has a highlighting side to it, but I'm only gonna be using the contouring side today. So I'm gonna contour my cheekbones. Oh, and this one is in the shade medium. Bottom of my lip, and then the sides of my nose. Oh my god, I really want to learn how to contour my nose properly, but in the meantime I'm just applying a bit of product on the sides, and then my temples, and then my jawline. Okay, and then to set the highlight and the contour, I'll use my Kat Von D Shade and Light palette. So first, I'm gonna set my under eye area if I can find a brush. So I'm just using, this is the Sigma F15. I'm using this yellow powder right here. So I'm gonna set everything, everywhere I applied a lighter concealer. So underneath my eyes, of course. And as you can see, it really creates a bright under eye area, which I really like, especially for this look. And then my chin, my forehead, then center of my nose. And then I'm gonna set the contour. So I'll use again the medium shade in the Kat Von D palette. And I'm using an angle brush like this. This one is from Sigma. It's the F40. I've been really liking angle brushes for my contour. So of course, this look is very glam and intense. It's not necessarily something I would do every single day, but it's fun to play around with makeup, so. Okay, now for blush, I didn't really notice any specific color on their cheeks, like all the Kardashian and Jenners, so I decided to just use a purpley toned blush because I don't know, I thought it would look nice. So this one is from CoverGirl. It's the True Blend blush in the shade Medium Rose. So yeah, so it looks like that. It's a really pretty blush. And then the last step finally for the face, I'm going to be using the Maybelline Master Strobing Stick. I love this. This one is the darkest shade, so it's the 200 Nude Glow. I'll first apply it on my Cupid's bow, and then on my chin, so the center of my nose, everywhere I originally highlighted basically. Then of course I'm going to do my cheekbones. Going to use this side of my foundation brush. This one is a brush from Eve Pearl. I like it because it has two sides, so you can do different things. And to blend a cream product, it's always better to use a synthetic bristle brush. Okay, now for the eyes, I just want to do a very simple brown smoky eye. So I'm going to use the Naked Ultimate Basics. I haven't used this palette in a video yet, so I'm excited to use it today. So this palette is all matte. I was just making sure it was all matte. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's all matte. I'll start by applying this yellow shade all over my lid and my crease just to prep the eye so the other eyeshadows don't go on patchy. I'm just going to use Pregame all over my lid and in my crease. And then I'm going to take these two shades right here. So this is Faith and Lockout. So I'm going to mix those two and I'm going to apply this in my crease. And then just to clean up the look a little bit, I'm just using my foundation brush and just creating a bit of a sharp edge right here so it's not too messy. And then I'm going to take a smaller brush with again the same two shades that I just used in my crease, and I'm going to apply that on my lower lash line. And I'm going to connect the shadow on my top lash line as well. And then I'm going to be using this palette from the Balm. This is called the Nude Dude Volume 2. So this palette has some really pretty mauvey, like brownish shades. So I'm going to use the color Fine today. So this is just a dark brown with some shimmer. So I'm going to apply that color all over my lid. Then I'm going to make sure to use a blending brush and blend so there's no harsh lines. And then I'm going to go back in the Naked Ultimates and I'm going to take only the color Faith, which is the lightest shade of the two that I used earlier. and I'm gonna add that in my crease and just gonna help blend everything. Then I'm gonna take just a little bit of the shade Fine just on the tip of the brush, and I'll apply that on my lower lash line. And then I'm gonna go back in my Naked Basics Ultimates palette, and I'm gonna use the color Blow, and I think this one actually has a bit of a sheen to it. So I'll take this shade right here, and I will apply that in my inner corner to just highlight the eye makeup a little bit. Like this. And then I'm gonna apply a little bit on my brow bone. And it's time for me to wax my brows, so excuse that. Okay, and then once again, I'm just gonna clean up and make the outer corner look a bit more sharp. And then for lashes, I'm going to be using these ones from NYX. So these are called the Wicked Lashes in the number WL15. So these lashes, you can purchase them at the NYX store, well, at any drugstore too. But at the Rideau Center, they open a NYX store. So that's where I purchased mine. And I'm sorry if you hear noise. My table, all the products on my table make a little bit of noise. So the lashes look like that. Of course, I have worn them already, but I really like these for this look especially because they almost look like you're wearing eyelash extensions. So that's why I decided to use these, because it looks like they wear eyelash extension, at least Chloe and Kylie. So that's why I decided to use these ones today. So that's it for the eyes. I actually really like it, and I only used like 3-4 shadows. Like, it was pretty simple to do, so I quite like it. One last thing that I did was just apply a black eyeliner in my waterline, bottom and top. I don't have any eyeliner on my lid or anything, and for that I used the Charlotte Tilbury Rock and Kohl iconic pencil. And then for the brows, as always, the Anastasia Dip Brow Pomade in Chocolate. For the lips, I wasn't sure which color to pick, but I just wanted something nude and glossy, so I decided to use the Kylie Cosmetics Gloss in Literally. I always have trouble saying that word, which is probably good because I don't ever use it. So I'm just gonna apply this all over my lips. Glosses are super pigmented, so that's why I didn't feel the need to apply a lipstick before. But one thing I just want to do is use the lip liner Boldly Bare, and I know I already applied the gloss, but I just want to define my lips a little bit. I just didn't want a harsh lip line. Okay, so that is pretty much it for the makeup look. I actually really like the eye makeup. As you probably know if you watch my videos, I don't wear eyeshadows that often, but I actually really like this look because it was quite simple to create, but it's still very dark and smoky, so I really like it. And then I also really like the lip color. I just like this overall look. It's very glam and not for every day, but it's very fun to experiment with makeup for me, so I quite like it. Now for what I'm wearing, I was definitely inspired by Kim, so I got this choker. I really like it. It's not something I would wear often. I would definitely just wear this to go out, but I really like it. It's from Aldo. It was $22, so yeah, I really like it. And then for my jacket, I actually got this a couple years ago. It's actually super cropped, so I don't really wear it anymore, but I got it from the Bay. It's by Free People. So yeah, it's just a denim jacket. And then my tank top that I'm wearing, I actually show this in a haul. It's from Siren. It's just like a very basic black tank top. So and then for the pants, I'm not gonna show you, but I'm just wearing some black yoga pants. But if I was actually going out, I would definitely just wear some black high-waisted jeans with some thigh-high boots, something like that, or I would wear this jacket with just a black fitted dress. So yeah, that's pretty much what I would do. And then for the hair, I curled it as usual, but then I brushed out my curls a bit more than the usual. So yeah, it's super simple with just a curling iron. I just curled everything, put a bit of hairspray for some volume, which I still need to work on my volume at my roots. But so yeah, that pretty much completes my Kim Kardashian makeup and outfit, I guess, inspired look. I really hope you enjoyed this video. I'm definitely going to be doing probably like all the Kardashian and Jenners, so let me know if you are excited to see the other looks. I had lots of fun for today's video, so definitely let me know if you enjoyed. If you're new to my channel and you enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe. I would love to have you. And yeah, all my social media platforms will be listed down below. As always, thank you so much for watching this video, and I will see you in my next one. Bye. Hey, what's up? Hey, how you doing? Just a joke. Hey.
J'ai dormi depuis 3h30.
Oh my god. Tu dormais? Shit. Pour vrai, tu check mes stories? I knew it. Puis qu'est-ce que tu fais?
Réveil.
Mais tu pourras pas dormir à soir. Tu veux faire une apparence à mon vidéo?
Non, merci.
Juste 2 minutes, tu peux venir dire comme hi.
De quoi
Hey, how you doing? Ben oui, y'a rien, elle va full aimer te voir. Go, fais